is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Hey there, welcome to your Wednesday. We are both in attendance here, Hollywood
sure
Jack
are.
and me. I've got a story that I need to cover off with you about a reality TV star, a local one.
Yeah.
A show that I didn't watch, who was all over the news last week because apparently she tragically passed away. It's come to light today that it's highly likely that she hasn't. I'm going to do a deep dive. It's the most bizarre thing that's been in the news recently, I
Does
reckon.
it have a hint of faking your own death, or was it misreported? Oh, I love this.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Like sad, but also super interesting.
So bizarre.
Mystic Chrissie.
Yes, I've smudged the studio and I've set off all the alarms. Sorry, that's a $600 call out for the fire brigade. But everything's clear. The chakras are clear. And you are now with not Chrissie Swan on the Chrissie Swan Show. It is, in fact, Mystic Chrissie. And I am going to access the dreams and realities of a listener called Sherilyn. She's on the line now. Hello, Sherilyn.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We're going to imagine that I'm just in a 2-bit operation in a bad street in a city near you. And you've walked in, you're going to give me $20 and I'm going to tell you some stuff, okay?
Okay.
But the actuality is that you're going to walk away with a pair of glasses from Specsavers and $250 cash. So winning. All right. There's a big change ahead for you, Sherilyn, and it involves real estate.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that's so funny because real estate agents have actually been calling me lately.
Yes, Sherilyn. And there is someone who wants your house and you're going to get into the cut and thrust of the real estate biz. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting.
It's got something to do with the facade of your house.
As in...
Just the way it looks. There's something unusual.
It is an old house.
Is your house ugly, Sherilyn?
No, it's nice. I like it. It's very old school, but...
Everything's got a price, Sherilyn. Okay, who's the Scorpio around you?
No one.
November.
Everyone's Libra.
Everyone's Libra. November? No, November?
Oh, no. No, I have my mum.
Yes. It's a problem with your mum.
With Mother's Day approaching, is there?
Mother's Day approaching. She doesn't like
There
what...
is a problem. I'm not going to be able to see her this weekend.
Yeah, and she doesn't like what you've got her either, so change your mind.
I haven't actually got her anything yet.
Well, that's why she hates it. Sherilyn, who is the Jimmy Barnes fan? Is it you or your mum?
No, that was my dad.
Your dad, okay.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. How did you know?
You spoke about him in the past tense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a true crime fan around you. I think it's you, Sherilyn. You love yourself a bit of true
Yes.
crime.
Sherilyn
Yes.
sounds like a bit of like a killer's name.
It does, actually.
Does it?
And let's
no, you know
finish.
what I've been watching lately?
What have you been
Vampire
watching?
Diaries.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Not true crime, but anyway. Okay.
No, but still.
Now, I'm going to finish with this. You are famous for loving a charcuterie board and cheese.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. There you go. We're going to cut it there.
I mean, her name's Sherilyn. Of course she does.
She's mad for a bit
It's
of
a
warm...
unique name.
Yeah, a bit of warm meat on a chopping
Yeah.
board. You, just for registering on the Nova Player app, Sherilyn, you have won yourself a $250 voucher to spend on anything at Specsavers, sunnies or glasses or whatever, plus $250 cash that you may or may not want to spend on your mother for this Mother's Day, you terrible daughter.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
For beauty, health, wellness and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Just a bit of sidebar. I'm going to talk about Lizzo and Sia in a minute, but that song that we just listened to, I saw the film clip. I thought that was a man the whole time, but it's a woman singing.
It's bloody Becky Hill.
It's Becky Hill.
She's
And
great.
I was so surprised because, you know, when you hear a voice and you put it all together in your mind what they look like, and I was wrong. Can
Yeah,
you
that's really
hear that? Can you
interesting.
hear that it's a kind of, you know, unisex voice,
Let
or
me
is
listen
it just me?
with that in mind.
I really thought that was a guy.
I think because I know I can't hear it.
Yeah, right, okay.
It's a tune still.
It's a great
I love
song,
it.
yeah, no doubt about it. Speaking of tunes, Lizzo, the purveyor of great tunes, has had to cancel a few shows in America because she's got a throat infection. Have a listen.
Hello, Hartford. It is me. As you know, I canceled my Montreal show because I was experiencing extreme flu-like symptoms. I tested for COVID and it's negative. However, I did test positive for strep throat.
Strep throat, that sounds painful.
She doesn't sound good.
She doesn't. And as a lover of Lizzo, I'm sad to hear her sound like that. But as a mother, if my kids came out sounding like that, I'd say stop pretending and get back to school. Isn't that terrible? I am so tough.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you often right, though? Like, I know
I'm always right.
Yeah, as a kid, I would often do that, and my mum and dad always knew.
Yeah. Did they ever go, all right, you can stay at home, darling?
I think after a couple of days, if I really bung it on.
Well, if they're really sick, we know. And, of course, you stay at home.
But I'd commit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, my kids commit too.
Yeah, for the few days, and then eventually they give in.
Yeah. My lines. Do you want to know my lines?
Yeah.
So you pretend you're Leo or Kid or Peg and come out and say, Mum, I'm sick.
Mum, I've got a really blocked nose and I just don't think I can go to school. I'm just not well.
Well, I tell you what, not every day is perfect and people go to work every day with a blocked nose. Go and have a nice hot shower and a glass of water. And if you're really sick, they'll call me.
Oh.
And then they go, but they put their tail between their legs and go back into their bedrooms. And I go, yes, house is free.
Win.
Happy news for Sia and her boyfriend, Dan Bernard. God, I love Sia.
I know.
I love everything about her. This is my favourite Sia song. I mean, come on. In fact, I'm going to put that straight onto my walking playlist. I can't believe it's not on there.
Yeah, she's a good singer for your walks because she's motivational and anthemic.
And also, I can sing all the words to this really loudly because, you know, I do that on walks, much to your horror.
I know you do.
People look at me like I'm funny and I go, I've just brought joy to your life because you've seen someone.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Because in their mind, they're going, my God, that woman's unhinged. And then that is true. But it also makes them feel better because they're not as unhinged as me. That's my community service on my walk.
true.
Yeah. You know, when you see someone who's, you know,
Crazier than you?
yeah, and you go, that's good. I'm winning.
That's
I'm
free
winning
therapy.
at life. She got married at in Portofino. Jack, who else got married in Portofino at this exact site?
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, they both got married at Dominica Dolce and Stefano Gabbana's villa, which Sia and her husband also did. And they're two big sort of, I guess, storylines in the upcoming Kardashian season, those Dolce & Gabbana
I think
dudes.
Sia's a fangirl.
I reckon she's a bit too because she's always popping up in the show. It's like it's True's birthday. Oh, Sia, can you come and sing?
Yes.
She's always there singing. I'm like,
Stand in the corner with a blunt fringe bob over your face.
surely she's got better things to do.
What, then go to a Kardashian wedding? Wash your mouth out. What could possibly be better?
Chrissie Swan's Pick a Pie.
King Island beef, rich gravy, French-style flaky pastry. Find Herbert Adams pies at your local supermarket or convenience store.
Everybody loves a Herbert Adams pie, but may I do a community service announcement and suggest that the cream cheese and spinach roll is unbelievably tasty.
Are we talking like a sausage roll here or?
Yes, but with
Right.
a creamy, spinachy, cheesy filling.
Can't imagine
It's
it.
delicious. It's like a spanakopita.
Yum, how
Delish.
luxe.
I know. Samantha, are you ready to win some cash?
I sure am.
Do you know do you know how this works? I've got 3 pies in front of me. They won't be here for long, let me tell you.
Smell good.
Oof. Different amounts of cash hidden under the lid of each. You need to choose one of the pies to reveal the hidden cash amount you win. Our player yesterday won $1,000.
Oh, wow. I'm excited.
And all you've got to do to play, if you're listening in your car and you want to have a crack, jump on the Nova player because we'll be doing it again tomorrow and Friday.
Hey, Sam, I'm looking at the name of your town. Can you pronounce it for me?
Yarramundi.
Yarramundi. What's the best, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something.
Town attraction?
What's the biggest thing to see in Yarramundi?
Oh, the Yarramundi Reserve. Everyone's down there canoeing all the time.
Oh.
Fishing.
Sounds like a fresh
I
meal.
Remind me not to go.
We're not the outdoorsy type, Sam.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not much indoor stuff.
Yeah, no,
Running
we're
around Monday in the bush.
it's definitely the indoorsy type. All right, Sam, let's get you this cash. I've got in front of me a beef in rich gravy pie, the aforementioned cream cheese and spinach roll, and the classic King Island beef pie.
I want
Which
that one.
Not really a creamy person, but the beef and gravy sounds like a choice today.
Okay.
The beef in rich gravy pie. I am taking the lid off to reveal $250 cash. Not bad, Sammy.
Oh, thank you.
You can hire a few canoes down at the reserve for that.
Yeah, why not?
Good on you, mate.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
You know I love a weird story, and they don't get much weirder than this one. Last week it was a big week, and we saw that there was a story about a reality TV star. Use the term very loosely.
Yeah.
She starred on a Channel 7 show maybe 4 or 5 years ago called Bride and Prejudice.
Right.
And the whole premise of that show, I didn't watch it. I actually didn't know it existed. Did you?
I've heard of the name, but I've never watched a frame of it.
Okay, so the premise was that these couples had the odds stacked against them.
Right.
You know, the families didn't like one of them, or there was a clash of cultures or whatever. Bride and Prejudice, do you get it? Bride
Got it.
and Prejudice.
What a groundbreaking format.
And also some of these formats, I reckon they just go, hey, that's a play on words, Bride and Prejudice, and they come up with that first, and then they work
They
out
build the show.
Yeah, what matches it. Well, this matched it. And two of the contestants, I guess they are, or one of the couples, the female in that couple was reported as having tragically passed away in a car accident in North Melbourne, which is very, very sad.
Very.
Anyway, that settled, and there was lots of tributes on Instagram and whatever, because that's the real stuff, you know.
Chuck it on the ground.
Yeah. Anyway, today I open up my news feed and I see the following headline: She's alive. Wild claim after TV stars, again, use that term very loosely, after TV stars' death. Now, this has made the New York Post.
Wow.
Right.
So it's legit.
Yeah.
These claims that she could be alive.
So let me tell you, a member, the family did a podcast. Two members of the family did a podcast and confirmed that this had occurred, that this poor woman had met a grisly end in North Melbourne.
The family is speaking publicly about her death.
Last week, yes.
Right.
But then a few friends contacted that same podcast and said, listen, I'm getting texts from her. She's alive. There is nothing wrong with her.
What?
So I know. So the woman that runs the podcast called the funeral home. This is happening right now in our country. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The person that runs the podcast called the funeral home and checked, you know, what was booked in for the day that the funeral was supposed to happen. No bookings, no mention of the surname of this woman as being booked for a funeral at that funeral home that day or any other day. No record of her.
I mean, tip, if you're going to fake your own death, maybe also pick a fake funeral home because people can easily check in on that.
It's most unusual. There's a few things. And then this podcaster also called the police and said, can you give me a rundown of any terrible accidents that occurred in North Melbourne on this day? None occurred.
Wow.
So they're two pretty strong facts.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how the family doesn't know that she's still alive.
Well,
and posting tributes and all that sort of stuff. The sister went on the podcast.
Yeah. The family have to be in on it, right? Because I wonder, is it like a life insurance claim? Is it she's running away from, I don't know, is she in tax debt?
A life insurance claim, you've got to...
You got to prove you're dead.
You got to be dead. Yeah, you do have to actually be dead.
If you were to run away, how would you do it? Like, have you ever thought about it?
Oh.
I know you have. That's why I asked you.
It is my hands down favourite fantasy.
I know.
And sometimes what I do is I just if I'm walking down a street or whatever, I look up and if there's a small window, like in a big Victorian shop building or whatever. And there's one window in the top with just a curtain, maybe a cat sitting in it. I think I'm going to disappear and I'm going to move in there and no one will know that I'm there.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
Yeah, limited edition, money can't buy bum bag, blah, blah, blah. Is it going to be yours, Kerry-Ann?
Yes, of course.
Or is it going to be yours, Faye? Oh, my God, I'm mad about the name Faye.
Oh, that's great. No, it's going to be me.
It's going to be
Since
you?
you like that name, I'm going to be the lucky one.
I think so, Faye. Are you a good cook? I can feel like I could just sit around your kitchen table and you would
You know
make me
what?
things.
I've just made chicken and rice in the oven the old-fashioned way, the way my mum made it, the Greek style. Putting it in the oven with a bit of the stock and all that.
Yum.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Sorry, you put it in the oven with a sock?
No. Sorry, with the stock, the chicken stock. Boil the chicken and a bit of onion, a bit of butter, and all that. And it
Faye,
tastes beautiful.
yum, delicious. Of course, I think it would be better with an old sock, but who knows?
No,
All right.
no, not with an old sock.
Let's
no.
go. Ladies, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and walk away with aforementioned Chrissie Swan bum bag. Let's go. Coldplay are coming to Australia for one show only this year.
Faye.
Yes, Faye.
They're playing in Perth.
Yes, they are. How unusual.
Only in Perth. Yeah, I'd love to see them here in Melbourne.
Oh, Faye, you love a gas bag.
Faye loves it.
Faye's
Oh, sorry.
Are you
sorry.
drunk?
I'll be quiet.
Faye, are you drunk?
No, absolutely not.
Are you there, Cac? Are you still with us?
It's Carrie-Ann, but yes.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, no one likes to be referred to as CAC. Question number 2. Running across New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia, what is Australia's longest river?
No.
Carrie-Ann.
Yes, Kerry-Ann. It is the Murray River. That's one apiece. Question number 3. On this day in 1962, Marvel Comics released the first issue of The Incredible Hulk. Which Australian actor played the Hulk in the 2003 film?
Oh, no.
I'm not sure.
No.
Didn't remember. You're going to kick yourself. It was Eric Banner.
Oh, shivers.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't picture him. Oh,
No, it was
okay.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Question
Sorry.
number 4.
Faye's just a stream of thoughts.
Sorry.
Faye doesn't need a second person to have a conversation. She's quite happy on her own. Question number 4. How many metres long is an Olympic swimming pool?
Carrie-Ann.
Yes, Kerry-Ann?
50?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, let's do this.
2 points to Cac, 1 to Faye. Kerry-Ann is 1 off the win.
Do not call her cack. She doesn't like it.
Nah, it's all good. She doesn't mind.
I tell you what, she's a much better sport than Kerry-Ann.
This is true.
Question number 5. This theme song.
Carrie-Ann.
Yes, Kerry-Ann for the win.
Oh, no.
The Simpsons.
Yes, Kerry-Ann.
Oh, damn it.
Despite having much better manners than Faye, you have taken it out.
Sorry.
Oh, Faye, you know I love you so much. Faye, you're in the draw for 10K a day in May. Leave your phone on.
Oh, fantastic.
But you, Kerry-Ann, you are the chosen one. You walk away with the money can't buy. Chrissie Swan Show bum bag.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
I mean, does anyone even know who Robert De Niro is anymore? I think he's a legend. He's one of my favourite actors of all time.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, great.
I was just sussing his IMDb. He hasn't stopped.
He has not stopped.
No.
He's such a brilliant actor. In fact, one of the highlights of when we went to New York City together, the old show that we worked on, was going to see Tribeca area where he always lurks in New York City.
Did you think of him whilst you were walking through?
Yeah, I was stalking him, basically. Hobbs. He has confirmed that he is a father again quite recently at the age of 79. I mean,
how awful.
Isn't it amazing that sperm can do that? Like, I just think it's a miracle. He's got a newborn baby who is a half sibling to his first daughter, who's 51.
I would be...
That is amazing to me.
So flat if I were her. Like, far out. A 7th person to split the inheritance with.
Yeah, I know.
And, like, I get babies are miracles, blah, blah, blah. But at 79, you can't tell me he's going, oh, my God.
He must be. He must be, because the only thing that stops a lot of people from having all the babies in the world, because they're so delicious and so gorgeous, is money. But he's got so much money, he doesn't need to 79.
It's at 79? Like, don't you just want to enjoy those later years with your already loved ones?
Yeah, and he hasn't said who the mother is either, which is interesting.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, maybe he's just having a little bit of a private moment. I don't know, 79, goodness me.
Good on him, though.
Nick Cannon doesn't have 79 kids, but he's got 12. Can you believe that sentence?
I know.
He has 12 kids with 6 different women, and whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to know about the time management here, because he gets mad when people say that he's a deadbeat dad and that he couldn't possibly have enough time for them. And I don't want to judge, but how would you have enough time for 12 kids when you're working as well?
Yeah. And he seems to be doing interviews every second day talking about the kids. Like, if he just cleared his schedule from talking about them, I think he'd actually have more time hanging out.
Yeah, I think he's on good terms with the 6 baby mamas, though.
Right.
And he says the way that he works out how to spend time, whose house to sleep at, is he says a lot of times it's whichever of them has called me that day. I'm just going to have a look at my call register just to see who I'm going to be spending the night with.
Who's that?
Ooh, looks like Phil, pool heater. You are in for a night you'll never forget.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Now, I posted something on Instagram and everyone loved it. It's a bit sooky, but I'm going to repeat it here because it's a good time. Kids might be in the car. And, you know, sometimes we want to show our kids what's inside our heart, but we don't know how to say it.
Yeah, okay.
And I just love this. It's from an account called The Attachment Nerd. And I'm doing this now because, you know, a lot of people are listening to our podcast as well.
I automatically think of like PDFs and email attachments with the attachment nerd. Just uploading screenshots of attachments.
Who hurt you?
I know.
If you hear the word attachment
and I think
and you go to technology.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't hug very often, do we?
You and I?
Yeah, and I'm a toucher.
So am I. I'm very affectionate.
Why don't we do that? What's wrong with us?
I don't know. Maybe when I see you, I'm already sitting down, so I'm lazy.
Yeah, we just go, hey, bitch!
Who we bitching about today?
Anyway, I just want to say this here because, the podcasters will get it, and also if you're driving and the kids are in the car, or if you don't have kids or whatever, this is, you know. Anyway, you'll be able to go to the podcast and write it down because you're going to want to. I did this at dinner, so imagine me. Round table I've got so that I can see them all, right?
And is it really like a bit mushy?
Yeah, it's mushy.
I'd get awkward if Mum started doing that.
It's mushy. And I served dinner and I said, look, there's just a few things that I want to tell you all while we're all together because, you know, it scatters all over the house most of the time. But at dinner, we are together and we do that, you know, cringeworthy thing of how was your day and all. Mm-hmm. And I said, I just want to tell you these things so that, you know, they're said. And I gave eye contact to all of them, which they hated, but kids need to know this, all right? Here we go.
It made me sweaty.
There is not a single thing in life that we can't figure out together. It's important.
Yep.
And at this stage, you know, Leo, my 14-year-old's rolling his eyes. I'm like, I know that this is cringe, but just go with me. You can ask or tell me anything. Literally, I will always be a safe place for the weird, scary or awkward conversations. Right, so they're now trying to muffle their laughter.
Yeah, okay.
My 10 and 12-year-old are looking at each other going, what's happened to Mum?
Did anyone bounce back with, like, stupid or silly questions like I'm stopping myself doing?
No. At the end of it, Peggy said, thank you very much for sharing that. And, you know, it means a lot to me. So it does work.
Yeah.
It is not, this is a really good one, it is not your job to make me happy. It's your job to just figure out who you are and be true to that. Preach!
I feel like a lot of parents need to hear that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's the one that Peg loved. I love this one. If you tell me that someone is hurting you or scaring you, I will always believe you, no matter who it is.
Even the boogeyman?
Very important.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself. I got that far. You should see, if you could see all the thoughts coming into my head, you'd be very proud of how much restraint I've shown.
Even the boogeyman. This one is the best.
Okay.
And I think, you know, growing up in the 70s, 80s, I mean, this advice comes too late for me, but you might be able to not do this to your kids. You don't owe me anything. I brought you into this world, and the joy of being your parent has given me more than I ever could have imagined. That's really important because you don't want to parentify them. Having said that, kids, if you don't make me a cup of tea when I ask, I'm kicking you out.
Chrissie Swan's Whose Brother Am I? The Jonas Brothers' brand new album. The album is out May 12.
Oh, it's tricky. It gets me every time. New album, the album. Neve, are you a massive Jonas Brothers fan?
Yes, I am.
How amazing would it be to see them live in New York?
That would literally be a dream come true.
God, I hope you get this. This is how it works. I've got 5 clues here about a particular celebrity brother. And along with that, I've got 5 entries into the draw to see the Jonas Brothers live in New York. But for each incorrect guess you make, Nevie, I will take away 1 entry into the draw. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go then. Clue number 1. I'm an actor born and raised in Australia.
Don't know so far.
Okay. Clue number 2. Flowers by my ex-wife, Miley Cyrus, was rumoured to be written about me.
Liam Hemsworth.
And the brother of Liam Hemsworth is?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes! God, you are in. That's 4 entries.
Thank
4
you.
entries for you. Best of luck. We'll be drawing that on Friday. Only, 2 more sleeps.
How exciting.
So
my
exciting.
God.
Good on you, Nevie.
Thank you.
And that's it for us for the day. We are out of here. What's on for dinner?
I am going to make a beef vegetable stir fry, and I was going to actually speak to you about this
I've got a great tip.
on what I should do. Okay, shoot.
Well, the key is make sure are you using a wok?
I was just going to use like a pan.
That's okay, but make sure it's smoking hot.
Right, okay.
So smoking hot, like you can't believe it.
And I know this sounds ridiculous.
As hot as a Hemsworth.
I like that. But I've never actually done it before, so I was just going to buy like a packet mix from Coles of veggies,
Yep.
stir-fry veggies.
Perfectly fine.
Some beef strips.
Yes.
Do I cook the beef strips first, then chuck the veggies in, or like what order should I do it all
I
in?
would do them separately and then combine them at the end.
Okay, great.
Yeah, do it separately and make sure that pan is hot, hot, hot.
Hot as Liam.
Hot as Liam Hemsworth.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.